Welcome to Math 147 AA section, Mathematics with Foundations. When you click on this, it's taking you into a content area here where you got professor contact information and some other things. Let's take a look first at professor contact information. And you'll find my picture here. You're going to find where my room is, which is A4026. You can click here to send me email if you need to correspond with me. And down here you can see my timetable. And you notice we have our classes on 10:45 on Monday in K2100A, Wednesday in K2100A at 1:30, and 1:30 also in K, this time 2100C. Next thing under content is our textbook, Technical Mathematics with Calculus 3rd edition. If you click here, it's going to take you to this page here, and it's going to give you a range of what prices you can have here. Some of these are for renting textbooks, the physical textbook here, which is heavy to carry around, or you can get a digital version here, and this is the cheapest version here, which is $62. Now, if you do decide to go with a textbook, you can see the rental date is only to these dates here. For the digital copy, it's 150 days, which is almost a half a year. And this is probably the best bang for your buck here. Also, if you're going to take another course, such as Math 255, you're going to need this again. But you can see here that if we want to buy a new one here as a digital one, it's over double the price. So it makes sense to actually just rent it twice here instead of buying it, which you get to keep forever. Now, the next thing under content here is the syllabus. And if we click on it, it's going to take us to this page. But to look at it, you're going to have to log in. And once you do, you can scroll down and you can see this progress bar going across here. And you can look at all these things. You can go to in-person mode, times and location. So we do that. There's the time that we saw in our timetable before. Or we can go to course topics and we can see here. And we can go down to schedule of topics and assignments where it shows you week by week what you're going to be taking and the actual references in the textbook here. After our syllabus, we have important dates and deadlines. And this is for winter 2026. And you can see here that Seneca starts on January 5th. And there's important deadlines like this one here for did not complete. Because if you decide at this point you're not going to be able to be successful in the course after 6 weeks, you can withdraw from the course, get a did not complete, which means the next time you take the course, it's like you've never taken it before. But if you continue on with an F, it really messes up your grade point average. Another thing is here, you'll also find that family days and various holidays are listed here, but none of these are really shown on the syllabus, but it is shown in the course addendum. Math 147 addendum is a little different way of looking at the syllabus, and in the addendum, it actually includes important dates and deadlines. So in the addendum, it shows you again, week by week, the references in the text and what's going to be covered. And it also shows us when our quizzes are going to be done, which is, for instance, in week 3, we're going to have a quiz, and it's either going to be on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. And we can also see here that we have term test 1 here, which is worth 15%. Is going to be done on week 5. And it also shows us here the last day for the DNC, which is February 6th. And more importantly here, it says the college is closed on Family Day, which is February 16th, which is a Monday, and we have a class on a Monday. So this quiz, too, will not be able to be done on the Monday. It'll probably be done on the Wednesday or the Friday. The addendum that we have here shows us a little bit different information in a different format than we have shown on the syllabus. For instance, here again, closed Good Friday. So Friday of Monday, Wednesday, Friday is a problem. So Monday, Wednesday, we'll have quiz 4 here, term test here, final exam. Shows you again week by week what's going to happen, but it also shows you when the college is going to be closed, when your quizzes are, and so forth. After addendum, we have student handouts. And under student handouts, we have handouts for unit 1, 2, 3, and all the different units that are going to be covered in our course. Now, if we take a look at first handout, we're going to see that we need to purchase a scientific calculator, and there's Sharp, Casio, Canon here. And some of the important things are you will not be able to use your cell phone for any tests and so forth. The calculator itself has to be non-programmable and non-graphing. So let's take a look at some possible calculators you can purchase then. Now, if we check out calculators on Amazon, we're going to find a number of different calculators in various ranges and so forth here. And you can find a calculator, Casio one here, and you can find out various things in here about how it looks and so forth. And also you're going to find on this particular one that it's permitted on SATs and PSATs and all sorts of stuff. So this is one that you're never going to have any trouble with, and it's fairly cheap, but you have to make sure it's going to take care of what you need it to do in terms of calculations and so forth. So you can see here, and you can watch a video here about what it's going to do and what it's capable of. So this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go down through this list of calculators and decide which one is the best for you. Now, if you go down through here, you're going to find that there's certain calculators on here that say they're financial. Those aren't any good. And you got a graphing calculator that won't be allowed. So go down through here, check the ratings, check other stuff in here and price points, and get one that you can afford for this course. Let's take another look at student handouts. We have student handouts for Unit 1, 2, and 3, which is really Week 1, Week 2, and Week 3 material that we're going to be working on. And after that, we're going to have the Unit 1, 2, and 3 review before we start doing quizzes and tests and so forth. Then Week 4, 5, and 6, we have Unit 4, 5, and 6 handouts to go through. And then we have a Unit 4, 5, and 6 review, Unit 7, 8, and 9 handout to work through, 7, 8, and 9 review, and then Unit 1 to Unit 9 review for the final exam. Now let's go up here and take a look at more information that's on Unit 1 here. Now on Unit 1, you can see that it has a number of things that we should be working through about taking this number and expressing it in scientific notation, and this as well. So it goes through various exercises in here that we should be able to work through in class and come up with results that are going to be asked for on your various quizzes and term tests, including engineering notation and so forth. Also, we have here under videos, we have Week 1. So we have a video to tell us about scientific notation, engineering notation, and so forth. But not only that, we also have practice quizzes here. And under practice quizzes, we have it just for Week 1 at this point. And we have practice quizzes for doing scientific and standard notation, powers of 10, and so forth. So let's try and take a look at this one. And we have unlimited attempts. So we can start this here where it's going to say convert this scientific thing to standard notation. And I'll just pick one at random here. And then once you pick something, you have to slide down here to where it says continue. Now you can do this on any kind of thing with a browser, such as your phone if you want. I'm just going to pick one at random here and say continue, just to give you an idea of how this works. I'll put 51 in here and say continue. I'm going to grab this here and just put this one in and say continue. And you shouldn't say save and close until you'll see there's a progress bar here. So let's go to here. Let's do this one just to get an idea of how this works. Continue. And we have one left, which is this one. So let's try this one. And at this point, we have to say submit here and say close. And then it's going to go, oh my goodness, doesn't pay to guess. But what I can do is click on the 0 here, and it's going to show me, here's what I picked, which was incorrect, and here's the actual correct answer. So for each one of these, this is the answer I picked, but the correct answer is this one. So it gives us feedback as to whether we're getting it right or wrong. And if you got 0, you know you got a lot of work to get to the point where you're going to be able to do better on this. So it's giving you feedback, and that gives you some more familiarity with what's going on. But eventually, we're going to be just working on those unit sheets in class to sort of get through this. But this is going to help you at least get started with the videos and the practice quiz for Week 1.